Hello everyone, welcome back to the Book of Hours. So, now wait for the loading screen, in case I edit out that loading screen. So, I left you on a bit of a cliffhanger last time, didn't I? Apologies for that. But hey, oh, we have another tick through anyway. Now we have two new things to learn about. First of all, more progress on the staircase. Grand Ascent, the second floor. By long tradition, each Baron Brankrug had their image set in a niche in Grand Ascent. Later, the Curia of the Isle continued the tradition for the librarians. It's the same as the, I think, all of the other ones. No, just first and second floor are the same. First one tells you a bit about Baron Walter's great project. So, 4th Librarian, 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th. I don't think we've learned about them yet. No, wait. We learned about one of them, right? I don't know. Sorry, I'm hiccuping and such. I shouldn't be drinking fizzy drink before planning on talking. We've learned about them, but I don't think any of our busts are fitting for that. We have the 10th? Yes, she's 10th. Pissed off the ministry and got pissed off the bureau and got removed. And 11th is Mystery Man, who tells us that he had some wager to fulfill and disappeared. And we don't have any other busts, I don't think, other than these two, which as far as I can tell aren't members of either the Barons or the Librarians. Up here we have the 3rd floor of the Grand Ascent. Frost crackled the window panes as I ascend, and the light strikes at my eyes like knives. Another of Van Loren's forbiddings. Edge, Forge, Knock and Winter. Okay, keep that in mind. So hang on. 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. What's that saying there? Is that also saying 8th Librarian? I think it is. Yeah, 4th Librarian. I can just about read 5th there, I think. I see an S. 7, sure, 8. So it's using this image down here. Not sure if it's supposed to, but maybe that's just hiding revelations, because I think 8, 9, 10, 11, and then I don't know what these two would be, because it only goes up to 11 and we are the 12th. There's the morgue still chilling there, and lastly we have an abandoned bedroom, which looks quite interesting. That looks very Moon-esque, were I to wager. A crooning whisper haunts this room. It must once have been luxurious, and will be once I have restored it, but I will need help to lay the restless presence that drifts here. Yep, Moon or Rose. Okay. Anything in here of interest? Flowers. Vase of lilies. Sure. What other things will we be doing? Let's organise that. So we have this thing over here, obviously, sixpence, and we have our scale unearthed. As the light passed through a prism into many colours, so the great inks separated into the lesser inks, and the lesser inks into minor inks. Musgrave coyly refuses to talk of the great inks, or else refuses to admit he doesn't know much about them. He insists that Ugor and Stargor, which can be mixed with sufficient nectar or sky aspect, are sufficient for most befitting purposes. Interesting. So, that's something to remember. I'm just going to copy that into my little excerpts. Ugle, Ugle and... I'll just leave it like that. Ugle and Stargle. I think we've heard of Ugle before. One of those, I think. Confounding Parable, once more. We can add that to our list of books. What's it? It is written. It is written. Confounding Parable. And that'll be Moon 2, Rose 2, and Sky, if it's the same as the previous one. Yep. And lastly, Lesson Inks of Power. We get 2 of those. Grand. I've gained more understanding of Inks of Power. Nice. So, Inks of Revelation and Inks of Power. 2 different lessons. I believe we can most likely use this Confounding Parable to upgrade that immediately to Tier 2 by the looks of things. Effort, we can use our FET. I'm happy to use that there, if that wants to go in. There we go. There is always more to learn. Improve this skill to level 2. This will increase its aspects, which will help with crafting and make it suitable for higher branches, blah blah. So that is going to give us Horamic History and Hushery. Okay. It doesn't specify that it's a chandlery, like an ink skill, but I assume we should be able to make ink. Maybe we just don't need a particular skill for that. So this can go into where? Horamic History or Hushery? Oh, Horamic History is over here. So if I were to put it over here, we'd get some metal out of it. One sec. Coughing away. The greatest and most secret truths can only be recorded by the librarians of the Watchman's Tree. Even then, only beneath the shelter of the tree's branches and only in the sanctioned inks called encaustum. There are still certain languages in which these truths might be spoken aloud, but the hours no longer permit that power in the mouths of mortals, as the wisdom of Horamic History teaches us. Alternatively, over here, the greatest and most secret truths can only be recorded by the librarians of the Watchman's Tree. Even then, blah, blah, blah. And only in the sanctioned inks called encaustum terminal. So it's referring to that encaustum. Oh, what are we doing here? Okay, so both of these I think talk about encaustum terminal. There are still certain languages in which these secrets can be spoken aloud, but they have never been safe. These secrets are the world's blood, and to speak them aloud is to shed that blood. We who are silent have always known this. Okay. So, either we can grab Hushery with one of our ink skills, or we can grab both Horamic History and Ithistry. I think I personally like the idea of metal. Which would we'd be passing up some Trist. Trist gives us Moon and Moth 2, as in Moon 1, Moth 2. And then from Inks of Revelation, we would have Fost, our third Fost, or our third Whist. So either way, we're getting a third of something. I know we are. Although we've we've got this stamp. So if Ithistry is our shtick, as it were. It is weird how it's memory of a lantern to acquire that, considering it's not within the lantern domain. I think we're gonna start leading this direction again. I know it's away from our dear Bosk, which is probably the way to, you know, acquire horticulture. I'm gonna say I want some tea, and I reckon that growing leaves is probably the best way to do it. But for now, I think throw this in here, throw this in here. Am I happy with that? Sure. Frost metal. Can I gather these? I can. I do like being able to, you know, half stack at least. It's easier just to throw them in there. Makes it easier to throw them in there. Inks of power and inks of revelation. So we can attune metal and we can attune frost. If we were to stumble across such a thing, I'm going to get off this page before I make that noise again. Okay. There's this hall as well. Oh, that... No, wait. That's Vase of Roses. Yeah, okay. That's more reasonable. I was thinking, like, one aspect of either? Crazy. No, to get into the dim hall, we need to have Edge or Grail. Have I read this? The walls are hung with weapons, as I say the threshold. Yeah, we have, haven't we? I remember the word essay used in that way. Okay. So we have It Is Written has been cracked open for us, so we're going to grab hold of this, shuffle things down a bit, so that we can keep track of grab that, put that up there, put these down here. I like the bee. Little bee picture, lovely. We're gonna put this here because we've not solved it yet, and this here. There is a tiny gap there, which indicates this side has been solved, that side hasn't. Good enough. Yeah, and then there's another 8 here, which I suppose pull this down into there. 10 and 10. And what was it? We have Inks of Revelation. And Inks of Power. So we have 3 rows from that. That's quite strong. Have we we've not encountered a rose book, or have we? I commit to things before I, know to back it up. Move out the way, please, candle. Where can we put floor? Be a floor candle. Fine. I don't. There you go. Rose. Okay, so we have technically encountered a rose book, but I ain't cracking through that. That needs to go. There's a tiny gap. It's hard to tell for sure, but put that there. Make it look less like there's a gap between them. And this one as well needs to go there. 6 goes. Am I correct? No. Yeah, that goes there. These will have been mastered. That goes there. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure that I was sitting up there at some point. Whatever. Okay. Again, 14 minutes into the episode, and we haven't paused because we let some time go past. Well, what else are we doing? Our chore is ready. Our Arab isn't. So we can't summon the handmaiden, or can we? We kind of do need chore. unless we can give her something else. Does any of them have rose to a significant degree? If I pull that to there, no. None of the basic people do. That, and that, and that. 4 forge is quite a low thing. We can probably, with our metal and in the Mallory, we can summon our dear friend Rectory. You thought I was going to say Smith, but no, we can just ask this guy. I think I will use Whist, because I believe we might use a lantern for something else. We can do that over there. No. No. Nope, and nope. Okay. You done? Thank you. Cool. Welcome aboard. We kind of chose an awkward time for that, as in it's literally nighttime, but we were gonna lose him anyway. Let's see if we can keep him occupied with some metal overnight. And we need, in the Mallory, to boost up. It should give us 2 forge as a memory. Dusk has fallen. I am kind of hoping that... Nope. Well, we'll just summon him again after. Can we use him for anything else? I don't think so. Oh wait, we have just enough time maybe to at least begin him collaborating. It's late. Another time? Okay. We literally can't make use for that. Good to know. Throw one of our Fost into there. We are swimming in Fost now. Over here we can throw some Whist in. Why not? Let's see what the weather's going to be like. Rain, once more. 2 Grail and some Nectar. What do we want with the Grail? I don't think we can make use of the Nectar. We're too weak in that regard. Yeah, 7. We've cleared out most of the front gardens. That Nectar won't help us further in too much. What is here? Rose-haunted hall. The room is rife with climbing roses, tangled in the lamps sprawled across the table. The blossoms are deep, deep red. One of those colours not often seen in waking life, and their perfume makes my head swim. Another of Van Loren's protections, or something else. In any case, it'll be arduous, careful work to clear. Midwife has 2 Grail. We can give her another 2 Grail from Arab, and 2 Grail from that, which would put her on 6 Grail. But that's about it, I believe, unless we are willing to exhaust something. I don't think we can give her a comfort, sit down. I think we can use a tool if we had a tool of Grail. So there is that, obviously. See any tools? Any tools? Any tools? There is our consumable tool, though that gives lantern and sky. That gives lantern, and that gives sky. Okay. Nothing in the infirmary. Okay. Nothing for now. And these are... Oh, these are movable. I'm gonna leave them where they are, though. Okay, so we can conjure up 6 grail with this insignificant amount of nectar, which won't help us there or there. We can over here do nothing. Over here do nothing. Oh wait, we can do the old heart trick. 5 heart we can get easily. Rector, we are getting you to open this way with... Oh, we need to boost up your strength, or your... what have you. Forge. I'm mumbling away. Hopefully I'm being eloquent enough. I was about to say illiterate, but not reading words. I'm verbalizing words. We have Rector's assistants a bit more empowered. I will hire the lady person. We can use Arab for this because we're not going to get Grail. So yeah, we are using her for heart, so we need to use the save the good heart. Memory of foresight. Go to him, use that, start. So midwife 2, this will put it up to 3. We then need the Travelling at Night Volume 2, our strongest book. And throw in some Tryst, why not? Do we want to trawl the beach for anything else? We keep getting sand from it. I'll save on it for now. No use cluttering up our, area. Memories don't last long, blah 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 blah. Here you go. Unlock. And here we have Memory Solace. Cool. You, my dear, we probably should have been working you away on this because it complains if we get too late. I remember. Memories don't last long. Real quick, just throw that in there and throw that in there. Start, but we're not going to pause because 9th Librarian, 10th Librarian, 11th Librarian, 12th and 13th. This, of course, would be me. I could use whatever I want as my image. Okay. If I have a successor, their image might stand here. Well, keep in mind something we want to put as our image. Potted bamboo. Above that, shadowed atrium. This has long been a holy place, but in the absence of prayer, other influences have crept in. I'll need help to purify it, step by step. 5 lantern, we can do that easily. And knock, we don't need to do. Our dear reverend fella, we can employ him for that. What are we looking at here? Getting a bit of a sneak peek again. Seems like atrium. Despoiled laboratory. Ooh, the laboratory. Mr. What's his name? Used this place, didn't he? Westcott. This was an alchemist's workshop and a picture gallery, but the pictures have been flung down, the vessels overturned, the solvents and reagents spilt. It will be time-consuming and dangerous to repair. Forge or winter? Okay. Forge, I reckon, is doable. Metal and in the Mallory Memory of Foresight again. And then hire the, what's his name? Smith. He has 2, right? Here we have the midwife. Are we going further up? Or are we going to open the morgue? Let's go further up. Technically, we could also do down here if we wanted a basement. Ooh, now that might be tempting, honestly. I'm interested to explore what's down, and up will eventually lead to a dead end, but we've made some good progress on the staircase, which, yeah, okay. What is down here? It looks kind of like there's a violin and a piano and a different instrument that I don't recognise the name of it, but it kind of looks like an instrument. A fireplace, a letter room, maybe a laundry basket here. And bells for people to, like, they'd be attached to like a string or something that runs through the walls, and then different rooms you'd like yank on the rope and it'll ring the bell down here, and then they'd look over and be like, ah, someone in the smoking room's ringing a bell. I think I'll do this one for now. We can get to the others another day. The morgue. The morgue is third. Well, we're going to do this one down here second. And this one up here, you can be using rectory for that. We can use smith for. I don't know who to use that. Who to use on that? Cool. Motley Tower, second floor. A nasty theoplasmic miasma hangs around the room above. It's no longer strong, but it'll take years to dissipate to the point of safety. With the right help, I can raise counter influences. Heart and moth. Ooh, heart 6. I don't think we can do heart 6 right now. At least not with the midwife. And not easily, cheaply. Ooh, okay. These are indeed things. Motley Towers, Illipoy's Nook. Christopher Illipoy, poet, painter, archivist, ruiner of seances. That's a title. Stayed on for a while at Hush House after the Great War. The librarian, Serena Blackwood, arranged rooms for Illipoy in the Motley Tower, ostensibly so he could help with the collection, but perhaps also because she saw a potential ally against the governor of the Cucurbit. Relations between the Cucurbit and the house were badly strained at the time. Okay. Well, one thing I've noticed, that's a interesting chair. Barber's chair. It looked like that. What? Who the fuck is poet, painter, archivist, and ruiner of seances? Why would he have a barber's chair? And also, this is very different aesthetic to other places. Let's say that it's more of a... I don't know how to describe it. Kind of 70s vibe, but not quite, you know? Obviously, because 70s I don't think has happened yet. Okay, so interesting. Soul, skill, memory, regret, and recall. Regret. No one emerges unchanged from a barber's chair. Perhaps they'll just be a little bit more beautiful. I wonder what they're trying to do here. Or like what you can do here, because I regret. No, well, we'll leave that for now. We have most eye-catching Fraser Strathcoyne. This bust is shaped from beeswax. Careful with it. Alright. I'd have thought beeswax might resemble nectar, not scale. Hard within, hard without. Careful with it. Whatever. I don't recall who this Fraser guy is. I've heard Fraser before. And Strathcoyne before. Have I heard Fraser Strathcoyne before? We'll examine it at some point. Elegant sunburst lamp. Wow. Lantern 3. Vase of rushes. Thing. Yep. Yep. Urn of ashes. Some poor soul who probably won't mind if they're repurposed for a worthy experiment. I probably wouldn't. Okay. Twilight pot. A stylized bat grimaces gleefully on its surface. Periphobate. Which blinds to the one whose name is there written, a minor ink of power. What the fuck? You write someone's name down and they go blind. That's... alright. Holiest Hemaloiv... fuck that word. Thurza Blake claimed that she first synthesized this from her own tears. She was almost certainly lying. Okay. And we have a bunch of paintings. Love in a Quiet Place. One of Dr. Levisen's prefigures, a close and impossible copy of a painting made 20 years later by Kirchner, whose work Levisen often anticipated in his minor dreams. So this guy was imagining famous paintings before they happened. Okay. Red, blue. It's a decent copy of a Picasso, painted 20 years before Picasso painted the original. Brian Levinsen up to his tricks again. I'm just gonna hazard a guess at that name every time. Dr. Brian Levinsen. It's a decent copy of a Picasso, painted 20 years before Picasso painted the original. Same text. Same text there as well. A Levinson prefigure, a copy of a painting that would not be committed to canvas by the real artist for 20 years. One of Dr. Levinson's prefigures. An impossible copy of a painting that the real artist hadn't yet executed. He signed it with the illumination mark and dated it 1958. Okay. Huh. That's some next level trolling. Being like, an artist is going to make this in 20 years' time. I know because I dreamt of it. What are we? Yeah, strange plasma, that miasma, and that looks to be kind of morguish place. Not morguish, but like it's got an operating table for dead bodies. Frankenstein is working up there, and we got some more books to shuffle around. I like to be able to. Still would like to be able to like shift left click on an item to pick it up. Oh well. Throw these down here. We really need to crack into these at some point. Sure, fine, I'll take this down here, take this up here. Not that it matters too much. Maybe someone with OCD appreciates, though. And the rest of this, they're definitely not. Rain, nah, not interested. We don't really have time to hire on anyone else tonight, so we are going to throw metal. No, let's try health into here. Because health plus, so maybe something good out of that. Maybe a bit more money. Though I don't think so. Can we use rain on a book, perchance? 4 of that. None of our skills are favourable to us for nectar. I might need to just throw... I suppose I could try throwing an ink or something away at it if I can find something with some nectar. Vase of roses. Vase of roses. We'd need a desk for it though. I don't. I don't fully know what desks we have available for nectar. This man... Oh, if I hovered over something it didn't react because we were too far away. Anything up in here? Nope, bunch of beds. Technically if we moved into a guest bed in the infirmary we would have it there. Nope. Nope. And no. So we don't have a... We'd have to move our bed to an infirmary to be able to use a thing, beverage, restore. I don't think. Place cups and glasses. Plates, cups and glasses, so that if I want to offer someone wine, I needn't give them the whole bottle. To serve beverage. So if something has the to serve aspect, it is an entire bottle, I can use that there to, I imagine, make several cups of the stuff. Obviously this isn't a drinkable liquid, so yeah. Alright. Shaving mirror. Oh, sorry. Okay. I think we are going to call an end for things here today. We have picked up another sixpence, so extra health didn't improve the money this time. We're going to call an end to this episode. It does go by quick. Next episode we are going to try and hopefully... what are we going to do? Probably bust through the remaining heart rooms that we can and up here, and should be able to do this. Basically, opening up a bunch of rooms. The dog started barking. Anyway, if you like the episode, feel free to give it a like. Subscribe if you want, comment if you want. Until next time, peace.